Hi, I'm Lynn Malouf here at Yoga Community. Happy to practice with you. So go ahead and take a seat, a nice comfortable seat, cross-legged. Close your eyes. And let's just start by settling into our practice. Release any gripping, any tension in the belly. Find a width in the rib cage. A length in the spine. And your thoughts will keep moving and rolling, and that's what they do. But just as often as you can, remember to take your attention back to your breath and into your body. And then softly open the eyes and drop the chin down to the chest, opening up the back of the neck. And some gentle rolls of the head from side to side. If it's okay for you and comfortable for your neck, you can take it around back gently. And then switch directions. And then come back to center. And with an inhale, sweep the arms up and reach. Nice. And bring the right hand down behind you, the left hand to the knee, sit tall and turn. And then leave that left hand where it is, cross the right arm over, and bring both arms up into eagle arms, press the palms together, draw the elbows away from you, create space in between the shoulder blades, and then round the back, draw the elbows in, let the head and neck relax. And slowly bring it back up. Release the arms and sweep them up again. Reach. And then left hand down behind you, right hand to the knee, sit tall and turn. And then leave that right arm where it is. Cross the left arm over and bring it up. Eagle arms, elbows press away. And round the back. Let the head and neck go. And then slowly bring it back up. And release the arms. Take the left arm out to the side, bringing the right arm up. Really reach with that right arm. And then look down at that left elbow and roll that left shoulder back, bend that elbow crease, facing it away from you. And take it over into a nice little side opener. And then slowly bring it back up. Nice. And bring that right arm down, the left arm up, reach up with it. And again, look down at that elbow, roll the elbow crease away from you. that wraps the shoulder around. And bring it over. Send some energy out through the fingertips. And at the same time, use the standing hand to create some traction so that you don't fall off of that left sitting bone. Nice, slowly bring it back up. And come into a downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply and get a little width on the feet here. And with the knees deeply bent, press the floor away with the arms and lengthen the torso, lengthen the side body. Nice. And then slowly straighten the legs, lower the heels down. Come into your normal dog footprint and take a deep bend of the right knee. Come onto the ball of the foot. And then the left leg is nice and straight. Pivot that left heel into center. Pull that left hip in and back. Right knee bends deeply. Turn the torso to the left. Notice the breath. And it's not too soon, even though we haven't started moving more dynamically, it's not too soon to start developing an even cadence of breath, sustainable through the practice. Come through center, and then bend the left knee deeply. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Right leg is straight. And pivot the right heel into center. Press back. Turn the chest to the right. Right hip crease deepens and pulls to the back wall. And come back through center. With an inhale, shift into a plank. And with an exhale, back into a dog. And again, inhale into a plank. And exhale back into a dog. One more time. Inhale into a plank. And exhale back into a dog. Raise the right leg up in a three-legged dog. Keep the hips level. And then come on to the ball of that left foot. And that'll shift the shoulders forward a bit. Press back again, lengthening. Raise that right leg even higher. You can even tip your head down and see that right leg. Notice that the hips are level. I mean the foot is coming straight down, not off to the right. And then notice how high that right foot is. See if you can keep it there and sink the left heel down. Nice. Roll the hip open from there. Bend the knee. Turn a little more. And then keep the knee bent. Level the hips. Shift back into a plank. Right knee, right upper arm. And hips are high and arms are straight. Shoot the leg back. And lower it down. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Again, nice level hips. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Raise the left leg even higher. See if you can sustain that as you sink that right heel down. Roll the left hip open. Press the floor away. Bend the left knee. Turn a little more. And then keep the knee bent. Level the hips. Left knee, left upper arm. Right? The tendency here is to sort of let the hips sink down. Straighten the arms, raise the hips. Shoot the leg back. And lower it down. Walk the hands back to the feet. Heel toe the feet right off the mat. Get a nice wide stance. And allow the spine to drape nice and long. Use the hands at the base of the skull for some traction. And then release the hands, reach them out on fingertips to create nice little tents with your hands. And the hips reach behind you and the arms lengthen. And then leave that left arm nice, long, strong. Right hand, thread it through for the outside of the left ankle and turn. And apply a little energy with that right hand and that left shin. They're kind of pushing against each other. Take the left arm, wrap it around behind you into the right hip crease or as close to it as it goes. And then turn from the center line. And then allow that right elbow to straighten, raising the torso a little higher, and turn a little more. And then come back through center. 2 arms out on fingertips. Long spine, even breath. Leave the right hand where it is. Thread the left hand through and turn. And then the right arm wraps around into that left hip crease and roll from the belly to the right. And again, some energy there between the left hand and the right shin. And then go ahead and straighten that left arm, raising the torso up a little higher, turn a little more. Nice. Come back through center, walk back into downward facing dog. Should have a little more length in the body now. Walk the feet up to the hands. And with an inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, dive down. Halfway up, hands to shins, extend through the crown with an inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Thighs press back, fingertips reach tall, hands to heart. One more time, that little half salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale, extend through the crown, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Building on that, sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Plant the hands, step the right foot back, right knee down, both hands on that left thigh to start. And let the hips sink forward a little bit this time. Sometimes we pull them back. This time we're going to let them sink down. Sweep the arms up and reach. And then hook the thumbs here, pull a little bit, right? So you have a little tension and some activity in the arms. Find your breath. And then release the thumbs, clasp the hands behind you, draw them back, open the chest up. Nice. Hands down, plank. Drop the knees. heel down, and then slide the elbows out in front. So elbows are under shoulders. Hands are spread, right? Nice active hands. And come into Sphinx. So there's a little pull of the fingertips against the floor as you draw the chest through. And then rib cage draws up, hips draw up, toes furl under, legs straighten, forearm plank. There's a tendency here to kind of hang into it, broaden the shoulders. Don't hold your breath here. One more nice breath. Drop the knees and come back into Sphinx. Nice. Hands down. Downward facing dog. Float the right leg up. Keep it nice and straight as you roll the right hip open and reach. And then bend the left elbow, sink that left forearm onto the mat, and turn a little bit. Keep the right leg raised as you press back into a three-legged dog. Shift into a plank. Back into a three-legged dog, and lower that right leg down. A couple of breaths here in dog pose. Bend the knees, look forward, either step or give a little hop to the top of the mat and sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Left leg back, left knee down. And again, with hands on that right thigh to start, let the hips sink forward a bit. Sweep the arms up. Hook the thumbs and pull. Release the hands and clasp them behind you. Draw them away from you. Straighten the arms, open the chest. And then hands down, plank. Drop the knees. Come all the way down. Elbows out in front, Sphinx. And then back into forearm plank. Furl the toes under, straighten the legs. It's really easy here to hold your breath, but don't, right? Nice, even breath. It's a rather sustainable pose if you're breathing, actually. Drop the knees. Pull forward with the fingertips as you come back into Sphinx. And then back into downward facing dog. Left leg up, keeping it straight, roll the hip open. Take up a lot of space here. And then drop the right forearm down, turn. Keep that left leg raised. Press back into a three-legged dog. Shift into plank. And back into three-legged dog. And lower that left leg. Find your breath. Bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot back, right knee down. Interlace the fingers and press out in front, push. And as you do that, connect with the feet. Feel the feet pressing down and feel them pulling in towards each other. And with that, bring the arms up and push. And then releasing the hands, bring them behind you. Either palms together or hold elbows, either way. Once you do that though, you don't want a forward pitch of the shoulder. Roll the shoulders back and open the chest up. Again, using the feet and a sense of pulling towards each other with the feet. One more breath. And then hands in front, little simple twist, right elbow over left thigh, turn the chest to the thumbs. Left hip pulls back. Nice, hands down. Step back into plank. Lower all the way down. And come into locust. Any height, but keep the elbows in. Maybe just a little locust at this point. And lower down. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left knee down, hands interlace, press away, find the feet, push down, and energetically pulling towards each other. And then arms up. And push. Release the hands and either palms together behind you or hold your elbows. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest up. Hips continue to move forward. Nice. And then palms together in front. Left elbow over right thigh. Turn. And hands down, plank. Come all the way down. Cobra pose, elbows in, hands pull the mat towards you. And down. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot back. This time keep the knee off the mat. And then turn to the left. And the left arm raises up. Take that left arm and reach alongside the ear and turn a little more. Notice your breath and bring the left hand down. Take a breath or two here. Heel toe that left foot off to the side. Bring both hands down. And then keeping that right leg nice and straight, sink the left shoulder down. Bring the left hand through to the outside of the ankle. Some of you are just going to stay here. This is perfectly fine. Otherwise, for just a breath or two, take it into a bind, wrap the arms around. Left hand holds the right wrist or fingertips grasp. Find your breath. And two hands down. Drop the right knee, unfurl the toes, and then bring your forearms parallel to each other in front. Fingers are spread again. Furl the back toes under and straighten the leg and gecko. Press down with the hands so that the arms straighten. Walk them 45 degrees over to the right. Let the right forearm drop down and walk out on the left fingertips. Reach, reach, reach with those fingertips, really walking away from you. And then open up that left side body. That left hip will want to sort of come forward, but see if you can draw that left hip back a little bit. Nice. Walk the hands back, drop the right knee down, and bring that right hand nice and wide. For a moment, let that left hand rest on that left thigh and hips sink forward. And then go ahead and bend the right knee. If you're not able to reach the foot with the hand, it's fine. We're working on opening up the front of that right hip and right thigh. And so I don't want you to kind of come out of that just to touch the foot, because then you stop opening. So feel free to stay here. Otherwise, reach around. Go for the inside arch of the foot, the big toe side, and then pull it in towards you. And as you do that, turn the chest to face forward. And there's a lot of sensation here, and that's normal. This is a big, thick, muscular, complicated part of the body, so there's a lot of sensation. Take another breath, and then release the foot. Walk the hands back. Furl the back toes under, let the hips shift back. And then we're going to step back into a three-legged dog. That left leg is going to stay up. So bring it back and up. Shorten your dog just a little bit by walking the hands in a little bit. But then really use those arms. Lengthen and press. And then that left arm is going to be your stability. Keep your mind's eye on it. And that right hand, it's either going to just walk towards that foot, that right foot, or maybe it reaches around and holds the calf for a moment. And back to dog pose. Couple of breaths here. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. And reach up. And dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back. Again, keep the knee off the mat here. And turn to the right, and that right arm raises up. And then reaches alongside your ear, and you turn a little more. And bring the hand down. Heel toe that right foot out. Sink the shoulder down, and just as we did on the other side, you have a couple options here. Feel free to keep that right hand pressing against the outer ankle area, lower shin, or just for a few breaths into a bind. Very easy to hold your breath in a bind, so be aware of that and keep the breath flowing. And then bring both hands down. Nice. Let that left knee come down. Bring the forearms in front, parallel. Hands are spread. Back toes furled under. And straighten the leg. And again, just as with forearm plank, very easy here to kind of collapse between the shoulder blades. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Press down with the hands, straighten the arms. Walk them 45 degrees over to the left. Drop that left forearm down and walk out on the fingertips of the right hand. And some nice breaths into that right rib cage, that right side body. All right, be mindful that that right hip wants to wander forward, which will decrease sensation. Pull it back a little bit. And then walk the hands back. Drop that left knee down, left hand comes wide. And just as last time, right, you're going to bend that left knee. And if that right hand doesn't reach easily for the foot, just leave it where it is and keep opening that left hip and left thigh. Otherwise, reach around in inner arch of the foot, right, big toe side. Pull it in towards you and draw the chest forward. And then release that foot. Bring the hands in front. Walk them back a little as you back the hips up. Furl the back toes under. And then take it right into a three-legged dog. That right leg is going to come up behind you. Shorten your dog just a little bit. And then pressing the floor away. Left hand, right? Maybe it just experiments with the balance. Or maybe you reach around and hold. Back to dog pose. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. And then dive down. Plant the hands. Right foot back again, right knee down. Sweep the arms up, get a nice reach of the arms, feet pressed down at the same time. Plant the hands together. Thumbs at heart center. Right elbow over left thigh, turn. Furl the back toes under and straighten the leg. So it's really common here for people to kind of let the head hang forward. As you turn, let the back of the head be lined up with the back of the spine. And then from here, spin it up into a high lunge, thumbs at heart center. Sweep the arms up from here. Palms together. Thumbs once again at heart center. And then take it into warrior three, hands at the heart. Chest reaches forward. Back foot is as if it's pushing against a wall. One more breath. Step back into a high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Hands down, plank. Come all the way onto your tippy toes. Elbows draw in, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Left foot back, left knee down. Arms reach. Palms together. Left elbow over right thigh, turn. Furl the back toes under, straighten the leg. Roll the chest open. Spin it up into a high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Palms together again. Warrior three, hands at the heart. And step back, arms up. Hands down, plank. Tippy toes, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, pull the mat in. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat, and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, keep them there as you send the right foot back, pivoting that right heel in towards center. Pull the left hip crease back. Connect with the legs as you fly the arms back. Keep the breath moving. And sweep the arms up, warrior one. Clasp the hands behind you. Draw the chest forward. And come into humble warrior. Hinge from the hip, fold down. Let the head and neck go. Extend out through the crown, lengthen, and bring it back up, warrior one. Fly the arms back, pivot on the ball of that back foot, coming to the ball of the foot, and then again, take it into warrior three, this time the arms flying back. Sometimes you'll hear this referred to as airplane pose, and you kind of feel like an airplane in it. And then left hand down to the floor or to a block, right hand to your hip, open that right leg, roll it open, right arm up. Right hand down, square the hips. Right leg comes down to meet the left, knees bend, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stand into the feet, get tall, straighten the legs, press the thighs back, maybe a smidge of a back bend up here. Dive down. Left leg back, left heel pivots in, and arms fly back. And then warrior one, inhale and sweep it up. Clasp the hands behind you. Turn the chest forward. Humble warrior. Extend out through the crown, slowly lengthen the front body. Warrior one. And then fly the arms back, pivot onto the ball of the back foot. And again, warrior three, arms back. Right hand down, left hand to the hip. Roll that hip open, left arm up, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down, square the hips. Left leg comes down to meet the right, knees bend, Utkatasana, chair pose. Straighten the legs, reach up. Thighs press back. Smidge of a back bend here. Dive down. Plant the hands. Right foot back, high crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up. Left hand, take it into that left thumb into the hip crease and pull it back a little bit, right? If you're using a block, you're going to want it on the outside of that left foot, closer in a little bit than the foot. And then that right elbow is going to cross, and it's going to sink, sink, sink down. As that right leg straightens, the arm unfolds to the floor or a block. And left arm up. Palms together. Spin it up, high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Hands down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. If you used your block, you're going to want to move it over to the right side. Dive down. Left leg back. High lunge. Right, bring that right thumb deep into that right hip crease. Draw it back so that the left hip point comes forward a little bit. And then left elbow, cross it over, slide it down. Extend the arm, coming to a block at any height or the floor. And that right arm up. Palms together. Spin it up, high lunge. Sweep the arms up and reach. Hands down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep bend of the right knee. Come onto the ball of the foot. And then pivot the left heel in. Shorten your dog up just a little bit. And then really reach out through the arms. That left arm, press, push, activate. And the right ball, the ball of the right foot, push down with it. That right hand, reach up and around for the outside of the ankle or shin and turn. And maybe a little smile while you're here. Come back, right hand down, 2 straight legs for a breath. Left knee bends. Right leg is straight, right heel pivots in. 2 long straight arms. Press down with the ball of that left foot. And then left hand, thread it through. Lengthen that right arm and turn. And back to dog pose. Raise the right leg up. Reach with it. And then draw the right knee in as you shift forward, coming into pigeon on the right side here. Wiggling that left foot back. And then to start with our pigeon, let's have the hands at a 45-degree angle in front. Straighten the arms. Pull that right hip crease back. Draw the chest forward a little bit. Press down with the shin. So make this pretty active here. And then come onto the forearms. And again, staying pretty active. The back foot, which has the toenail side down, press down with it and pull it up towards you. It's not going to move, but energetically pull. And then let the chest draw forward a little bit. Let that right hip crease move back a little bit. Just a breath or two here. And then take it down, relax into it a bit. Sometimes when we move into poses that are a little bit more stationary, a little bit less dynamic, the tendency is for the mind to have an opportunity to start hijacking your thoughts. So just notice that. Come back to your breath and your body. Just another breath here. And then walk the hands back, sit tall for a moment. And then rolling onto that right sitting bone, swing the left leg around. You have a couple of options here. Either the left shin is in front of the right shin and they're parallel to each other and the front of the mat, or that left shin will stack on top of the right. But make sure you can keep a nice flexed foot, and so that the foot isn't sickled in as you do this, right? Because that's just not useful. Whichever option you've chosen, bring the hands behind you, fingertips face back, press down, and lengthen the spine. And then maybe walk the hands in a little bit more. And then as you move the hands in front, the tendency is to kind of let the low back dump out. See if you can keep a semblance of a neutral spine here as you bring the hands in front. Start to move the chest forward, and then ultimately the back will round, and that's fine. But coming to any depth, this might be perfectly fine for you. And if so, stay put. Right? If you need a little bit more, take it a little further down. And then walk it back. Nice. Uncross the legs, and just for a moment, a little modified Navasana, boat pose. Cross the legs. You can always jump through Chaturanga if you want. Otherwise, just cross the legs, roll forward, and step back into dog pose. Left leg up, reach. Left shin forward, pigeon. Bringing the hands to that 45-degree angle to start. Shin presses down. And then come onto the forearms again. Right, feel the toenail side of your foot, press down and pull up towards you. It's almost a sense of sphinx here in the upper body. And then rest into it for a few breaths. And then walk the hands back, sit tall with it. And then rolling onto that left sitting bone. Right leg swings around and the shins will parallel, same two options as before, or go ahead and stack them. Hands behind you, fingertips back, nice long spine. Walk them in a little bit closer just for a moment. And then bring the hands in front. Any depth of a forward fold that makes sense for your body today. And then walk the hands back. Stretch the legs out in front. Sit nice and tall. Press down in staff pose just for a moment. Come out of the knees a little bit. And then taking it into Pashimotanasana. Right, a nice forward fold. Again, of any depth. You don't want to lead with the head and round the back. You want to deepen the hip crease, lengthen the front body, lead with the chest. Another few breaths. Walk the hands back. Sit tall for a moment. Allow that to resonate. Bend the knees and roll back down onto your back. Widen the feet, hip distance apart, arms down by your side. Stand into the feet, lift the hips up, snuggle the shoulders underneath you. Clasp the hands if that's comfortable for you. Nice, simple shoulder bridge. Release the hands, peel down. Let the knees fall open, soles of the feet together. Bring the arms nice and wide, just for a breath or two. And then one last shoulder bridge. For those of you that feel compelled to go into upward facing bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana, feel free to take that. Otherwise, just stand into the feet, snuggle the shoulder blades underneath you. One more shoulder bridge. And then slowly bring it down. Bring the arms out to the side. And then pressing into the feet, lift the hips up, shift them over to the right. Draw the knees up a bit and let them float over to the left, right? So just an easy twist. Slowly bring the knees back, feet down, stand into the feet, lift the hips up, shift them to the left, knees float up and roll to the right. And again, just an easy twist. And then slowly draw the knees back, plant the feet, shift the hips back into center, give a little hug of the knees. And then a nice full body stretch, heels reach away, hook the thumbs overhead and pull a little bit. And then releasing the arms, float them down by your side. Separate the legs. And just a nice, brief, but enjoyable Shavasana. It's important even in your home practice to not cheat yourself of this time, to kind of wrap your practice up at the end. Without stirring, take a few deep breaths. Register the experience of being in your body. And then one at a time, draw the knees into the chest. Roll to your right side. And press yourself up into an easy seated position, keeping the eyes closed if you're comfortable doing that. Breathing with a sense of generosity to yourself. And a sense of spaciousness in your breath and in your body. Draw the palms together, thumbs at heart center. Give a little bow of your head to your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Stay safe and healthy. Thanks.